Alright guys, and welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about how to pick the first vehicle. If this is your first time purchasing a car from IAAI or COPART, there's going to be a few things you're going to need to think about before purchasing a car. Your main concern is going to be your price range. As you know, IAAI and COPART do charge you fees, and if you do not have a dealer license, they are going to charge you sales tax, which do add up after you do purchase the vehicle. If you need to know a little more about that information, you can click right above or on the screen to show you my other video. Always looking for a car you can afford. Always going to be more than what you think if you do not round up. You're going to always have to find parts. Try to find parts before you purchase the vehicle, not trying to look for parts after you do. Try to find them near you so you don't have to drive or have them shipped, which does add an additional cost to that. Your main concern will be finding parts as the same color. You get a little lucky like that. Always finding parts near you. Shipping, just cost. Always make sure you know what you're getting yourself into and you can afford it. Not trying to scare you off, but you're going to need money. Say you have enough, but you always need backup. You don't want to top it off. For an example, we have a 2015 Honda Accord. It has light damage all around the vehicle, nothing major. Well, to be honest, you really don't even have to fix that. You can drive it like that. It doesn't ruin anything with the car. Also, when purchasing a car, you got to know what type of title it's going to come with. This is an orange salvage title from Texas. This is a theft vehicle with hail damage. This is no major damage, but they still salvaged it out. If you don't know how titles work, you can check out my other video. Click on the screen. But you got to make sure you know what you're doing, because when you go to salvage, you got to have someone to be able to rebuild it and get parts with receipt. You got to be able to get an inspection on time and have all that run into. You got to add your math up for all the extra fees you're going to have with a salvage title. Another tip for buying a vehicle, you should always be careful about the damage you're going to be running into. For an example, this is a 2016 Nissan. The car only starts, so you're not going to be able to turn it on and drive, which brings them multiple headaches of not being able to get it off your trailer, not being able to move it around at your shop, your house. Very big of a headache, and you can always run into very major suspension damage or frame damage, which other YouTubers are running into, learning the hard way. Most of my vehicles I do purchase are run and drive. I don't have a forklift to pick up vehicles. I'm not going to waste time trying to get something like that. They do go for a little more, but it's worth it because you don't have to deal with the headache of pushing this around, putting it on dollies. Highly recommend that. And also try to be careful of damage you cannot be able to fix yourself. Over here, you're going to 100% need a frame machine to pull this back out. If you don't have a frame machine, I wouldn't run into it. If you know a buddy that has a frame machine, call him up before you purchase it. Maybe he lost his job and you're going to be stuck with a car with some frame damage. If you got a shop around the house, it's still going to overcharge you because they're going to charge you what they charge insurance companies. So there's no point to it. You got to know someone or be able to do it yourself. If you got a good deal, maybe it's worth it. But be careful. They always tell you, oh, it's more damage than I thought. Always try to purchase vehicles that you're able to fix yourself if no one else is able to fix them for you. That's why I'm always purchasing vehicles hit in the back. Less work, less damage, much easier. They might go more expensive in the auction, but that's a good tip right there. One tip is not to be stuck on one vehicle. You can always purchase another vehicle or wait another week, because these auctions always upload cars every week. You can always be satisfied with another car. Don't get your heart set on one vehicle and be bidding more than you should. When you run into a vehicle that you should not be bidding as high, you'll be running into much more problems, more of cost than anything. Be patient and you find the right vehicle. Think before you bid. Thank you for watching. If you think you learned something today, hit that like button. If you want to learn more, give me a subscribe and we'll see you next time.